very safe building. You got to scan in to the 15th floor. It's professional NFL and NBA athletes. You'll see a lot of those, stars there, as you're doing the jiu-jitsu stuff and things along those lines. It's going to be an early morning, 6 to 7 a.m. And then in the evening times, we're going to be running, of course, the 6 to 8 p.m. class or a 6 to 7, 7 to 8 gi, no gi. But one of my goals is to kind of unite everybody, at least in a training environment where everybody gets better from each other.
You got your gym opening up. Your big grand opening is tomorrow. So tell us about your gym a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So, the gym is called the Grappling Institute. It has been a vision of Laurent Marion's and I's for a long time. Laurent is one of my jiu-jitsu mentors, kind of like an older brother to me, or an uncle. It's kind of the relationship that he and I have. Amazing guy. I've known him for, close to 10 years, basically since I first started training. And, he and I the last couple of years have been talking about, opening up our own thing and doing our own thing. And we found the perfect location. It's at the Fest facility, which is in downtown Dallas, kind of the historic area. It's like a lot of red brick buildings. We're right across from one of the federal buildings, like a couple doors down is the courthouse. Very safe. There's a lot of security around there. You always see cops and stuff. It's nice, especially coming from some of the places that I was teaching at before, where is maybe not quite the safest or the best areas. It's nice to be in a very safe building. You got to scan in to the 15th floor, skyline views of Dallas, which is just beautiful. Inside, so our gym is located inside, like I said, the Fest facility, and Fest, it's a private training facility strictly garnered towards professional NFL and NBA athletes. So you'll see a lot of those, stars there, as you're doing the jiu-jitsu stuff and things along those lines. But it's just nice to be in an environment, where there's jacuzzis, hot tubs, saunas, cold plunge. We're building out a recovery room. There's full basketball courts, Olympic-sized pool.
Oh, so it's great for old people like me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. Awesome. Can't wait to come check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome. 1/8 mile track, pickleball courts, Pilates rooms for yoga. The list just goes on and on and on. Our space itself is about 2,500 square feet.
That's big. That's big for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
About 30-foot ceilings. It's really nice. I'll boast about it, but a couple of my buddies, Mickey and stuff, he's like, hey, it's the gym that you see in the movies you don't think is real. That's kind of the vibe of it, right? Yeah. You were there, you checked it out.
It's like, I've never seen a jiu-jitsu gym that looked anything like this, honestly. Like, there's nothing in comparison, because it is an entire facility that offers a lot of things. So the space, the field, the 30-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
What jiu-jitsu gym has amenities?
None.
Right, you have amenities.
You have amenities, yeah.
Is the website up and running?
So, nope, we're a little bit behind the eight ball on some of those things. Okay. We've just been so focused on creating the facility as nice as we can.
Cool.
But the website should be up in the next week. Grand opening is tomorrow. Our first post about it yesterday. We're just really excited. We wanted to create, and we are creating something really unique. Zero politics. We're going to figure out, a lot of people have asked me who you're going to affiliate under and things like that. I'm still going to compete under Joao. Wherever Joao goes, I'm going to go. He switched teams a couple times just for what he needed to do. And I'm always going to follow him and his brother Pedro wherever they go. So I don't know where I'm going to be at. But the affiliation that we're going to put ourselves under, we're not exactly sure yet. We're kind of building up a competition team with Mickey and Joao and Pedro and all these guys. So my ideal vision, which I haven't really spoken about in a lot, is kind of have our own Dream Art type of team, which Dream Art was a team affiliated with Alliance. They were Alliance for a number of years. It was kind of all the best guys under that team competing under kind of their own banner in a way. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work, as the future goes on, but we want zero politics, zero injuries, zero weirdos. We already have a lot of women that pre-signed up. We want women to feel very comfortable. That's a big thing too. Mm-hmm. A lot of the gyms that I go to, you get the women train there, and then the guy hits them up with a DM after, thanks for the round. We should grab a drink sometime soon. That's not going to ever happen from any of the instructors or the other male participants in the gym. We want women to feel welcome and feel like they can go there. I hate to use the word safe zone just because I feel that word is overused, but we want them to feel welcome and comfortable. We want them to feel like it's a second home. We don't want jiu-jitsu to be a stressful area or you're wondering if you're going to get hit on or anything like that. We just want you to be able to come there and train, learn a vital skill for defending yourself and your loved ones, have fun, meet people, make great friends. A lot of my great friends, I wouldn't know any of you guys if it wasn't for my jiu-jitsu, right? So it's given me so much. My job that I work is my 9 to 5 now. I got it because the guy that got it for me trains jiu-jitsu. So it's given me so many of my opportunities in life, and we want to share that love and passion for the sport and for what it can offer people. So that's kind of our main focus on just creating a comfortable spot that's safe, that's really nice, that's secure, that people can learn high-level jiu-jitsu. We're going to have classes for beginners all the way up to elite guys. And I kind of like the word, like there's no excuse when you're there because, we have the weight machines, we have the cardio machines, we have free weights, we have a beautiful mat space. We're going to have a lot of classes, so there's no excuse for somebody to come in and not be
Are you
fully
going to have
fit.
a kids class?
Yep, so we're going to build that out. I don't know if I'm going to be teaching it, but we're going to have a high-level black belt teach it. I don't really believe that. I always hated going into gyms and it to be like a purple belt teaching the kids class or a blue belt teaching the kids class. I just think a lot of things are missing. Like when you reach that point of black belt, there's a certain maturity, kind of forces you to mature in a way. Like I got my black belt when I was 22 or 23. And it was like from when I got it, 6 months later, I felt like I was a totally different person. Just the things that are expected out of you, the pressure I put on myself. I'm not saying that's everybody, but I felt like you really mature in a lot of ways. So we're going to have a high-level black belt teach it, most likely a woman, just because we want, the kids to feel very comfortable. And we just feel that may be the best thing to do. In my experience too, a lot of times women teach the best kids classes. That's just been my experience. Sometimes they teach the best adult classes too, but just in my experience, like the kids being able to bond and feel comfortable around, especially at the very young age, they're used to spending most of the time around their mother. And so just for them to go to a space where there's a high level woman, that's kind of our plan. But yeah, we're just really excited. We want, anybody's welcome to come in. We're going to have some drop-in fees and some different things like that. You may need to pay if you come in. But we just want everybody to feel welcome. And again, no drama, no politics.
So wait, I can come to your gym, drop off my kid, and get a workout
100%.
in at the same time?
Yep.
So I can maximize my time?
100% Randy.
And you get a massage after. They have a Thai massage.
Or a cold
Yeah,
plunge.
they have a high level
Or a
sport
sauna.
massage type.
Or a cold plunge.
Yep.
What ideal.
Yeah.
I've been, who wouldn't want to go to this place?
Exactly. Yeah. And
Right?
like there's a place in.
Because it's all about time efficiency. And a lot
Exactly.
of reasons adults don't work out now because they don't have time. But if you can go to jiu-jitsu class, right? Because jiu-jitsu is not for everybody.
100%.
Right? I wish it was. I love it. Right? You love it. But not everybody wants to do it. But if I could go there, bring my kid, put him with someone I trust, get my workout in at the same time. What a win-win.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another gym in Dallas that has anything like that. I think you guys are going to crush it,
Yeah.
Steffen.
We've kind of monopolized everything in one place, which has been nice, right? And another thing too is the location in downtown Dallas. Right by the Bank of America building. There's the underground tunnel that leads to that. There's a lot of legal law corporate offices right around us. So I was talking to a couple of my buddies that are attorneys or things like that, and they're like, oh yeah, I can just take my lunch break, walk 5 minutes down the road, train, shower there because there's beautiful locker rooms, leather. When I first went in there, I didn't even know we had men's locker rooms. I went downstairs a week ago after we'd already rented the space. I'm still exploring. The place is so big. And I opened up the door, and it's as far as you can see, these beautiful lockers, leather lounge chairs, TVs. It's steam room that I didn't even know we had. I don't know if it's up and operational right now, but we're working on that. But there's just so much in the space, and I think Lorenzo and I are talking about limiting it at a certain number of people, at least in the beginning, just because we want to kind of control. Like I said, we want to make the environment exactly how we want it and to be our vision.
How big is your mat space?
It's about, I would put it right around 1,200 square feet. Somewhere
That's
around there.
huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Would you put it right around there? Yes,
Yeah,
somewhere around
that's-
there.
yeah.
Between 1,000 and 1,200. And we have double that mat space already in storage that we're waiting to probably expand into at least either other rooms or just fill more of the space
So
up.
if you expand it in another room, and I like doing jiu-jitsu, and my kid likes doing jiu-jitsu, could I have my kid in kids class, and then I go to my adult class?
Yeah, we've thought of that, or another idea of ours is to, have a separate room for private lessons or things like
Yeah.
that that's a little bit more private for people that may not want to, especially some of the NFL stars and NBA stars.
Yeah.
So if I want to practice my own jiu-jitsu,
Yeah, exactly.
I have that opportunity. My kid's practicing his. Or if I don't like jiu-jitsu and I just want to go, I'm a mom and I just want to go get on the treadmill, or I just want to go work out, lift some weights, I have the opportunity for that. And if I'm a dad and I want to go do jiu-jitsu, I can be like, hey, Tommy, we practiced arm bars today. What'd you guys learn?
Oh,
we
100%,
right.
we learned side control escapes. So now we get to go home, show each other what we learned,
sure.
and family bond over jiu-jitsu. Guys, there's not another place like that.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
I can't wait for it to
Yeah, it's pretty
open.
incredible.
How freaking cool.
Another thing that people have been asking us about is the parking situation too. Ample street parking, especially the times we're going to be running classes. We haven't released a schedule yet, but tentatively it's going to be an early morning 6 to 7 a.m. or somewhere within that time zone, probably 6 to 7. And then in the evening times, we're going to be running, of course, like, the 6 to 8 p.m. class or a 6 to 7, 7 to 8 gi, no gi, probably transition there. And then, a certain number of days a week we'll have a noon class as well. And then just kind of augment as needed. But thankfully we have a full parking garage, like a 12-story parking garage is attached to the building. And there's also ample street parking. So parking should be no problem. Obviously in the garage it's going to be even more safe, because it's so nice. It's behind a raised gate, like a full, like kind of like chain link style gate that like raises up when you scan in.
Good. So all those ladies are going to come train with you and want to learn that self-defense. Won't have to at least use it in your parking garage.
Exactly.
Because they're going to be safe out there.
It's very safe. Another thing, there are a lot of homeless people in the Dallas area, but around our block, because of the Fed building, because of the courthouse, there's almost no vagrants, homeless, or anything around there. I mean, there's cops all around. I mean, it's a very safe, nice, clean environment.
I don't have to worry about my car getting broken into on training.
I mean, I park there, and it's peace of mind. Not so much at the other gyms that I've been at in the past. Right? Yeah. So that's something that we really prioritized, and we spent some time, and we could have opened this gym a year ago, but we really wanted to find the right location, the right people, and we feel kind of like everything. It's a medley of everything perfect together. So we're really excited and to provide some value to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. And just seeing the type of training that you're doing and the people that are involved and everything, I think this will be the Grappling Institute, the name. So it will be some of the best training in Dallas, honestly. For
sure. I mean, I think it'll be some of the best training. I mean, already just like our pro training group, like having Mickey kind of run it with Coach Nate, and then to have like me, like Friday, it was like 15, 20 people were in the training when you were there.
Yeah.
It's me, Joao Gabriel, Pedro Rocha. I mean, already those are some of the top, I mean, especially Joao and Pedro, and, I'm proving myself still a black belt, but those are some of the top guys in the world. I mean, Pedro for a couple of years held the #1 ranked heavyweight spot no-gi in the world. He's a Pans Open class champ. Joao's Joao's kind of won everything, right?
Yeah.
And so, some of the best training in the country is already in Dallas. We already have a lot of high-level guys here. And I've kind of taken it upon myself, along with Mickey, and he's really inspired me to kind of, now I feel like there's a lot of politics in the DFW area, as there is anywhere with jiu-jitsu. But one of my goals is to kind of unite everybody, at least in a training environment where everybody gets better from each other. Because if you look at wrestling, there's this dichotomy between, I want to talk about this too, there's this switch between wrestling and jiu-jitsu where all high-level wrestlers train with all the other high-level wrestlers. That's how they get better. Like I talked to Coach Rovat, and he's like, oh yeah, I'd go to Russia and I'm training with the best Russian guy that's in my weight class. And coming from a jiu-jitsu mentality, I was like, hey Andy, why would you do that? Right? Like, why would you train and show him what you like to do? And I was like, I want to get better, Steffen. Like, why wouldn't I do that? I was #1 ranked in the country at the time for the United States. I was already qualified for the Olympics. Why wouldn't I go wrestle the best guy in my weight class in Russia or in Azerbaijan or another area, another country, another state, whatever, to get even better? Yeah. Right? And so you see that, obviously it's a high level of competition too, like they want to win, but I think, not just in DFW, but in general, if people were able to combine with no drama, and that's not possible because some people are just bad apples. But generally speaking, you take out the bad apples. If everybody can not necessarily get under one flag, but at least under one gym, right. And as long as nobody's getting injured and there's no big like fights or drama, you're going to get better and you're going to get better faster. So I think that's something that Mickey and I really want to do. And the Grappling Institute will be somewhat a home for that. I don't know how many days we're going to have there, the pro training class. Right now it's held at Alliance Dallas, which is Joao Gabriel's gym. And he's been very welcoming. So shout out to Joao for kind of allowing us to use that space to kind of create, something special in the area. But ideally, Pedro's gym, 413 Jiu-Jitsu, a 413 Jiu-Jitsu in Southlake, Joao's gym, my gym, we're kind of cloistered around the DFW area, and we'll just kind of go in between. Ideally, we're going to create, already our group chat for the pro training is just every day there's more people in there.
Yeah, it's like 30-something.
It's 30-something people, maybe in a year it's 130, right? And so I would love it for it to be kind of like a new wave thing where people come in, they're welcome. Right now it's completely free. The only ask, people have been direct messaging me on Instagram saying, hey, how do I join the training? Don't be uncool, be a nice guy, be a nice person, be genuine. Don't injure anybody, and be at least the blue belt level, and you're pretty much welcome. And we even welcome some people that aren't blue belt level if they bring the good vibes, because we want positive energy in the room. So if you're that, hit me up and I'll get you in there. So that's kind of an open call to anybody in the DFW area or anybody passing through. Awesome. If you do injure anybody or you're a knucklehead, like I'll be the first one to tell you, doors right there, get out. But outside of that, people are welcome. We want people to feel welcome at, Laurent's and mine spot, the Grappling Institute. So we're really, I'm kind of wearing the hoodie right here. Yeah, well, we're really happy about it, man. It just feels like everything kind of comes together.
Corey and I are waiting on ours.
Oh yeah, it's coming. We're really happy about it, and we just want to, welcome everybody. Like I said, tomorrow there's a grand opening, and I invited, which I think is rare. I invited most of, if not all, of the high-level black belts that are in the whole DFW area, and they're all going to be there, and that's something you don't see very often, right? You don't see a lot of these high-level guys mixing. It just doesn't happen. I don't understand why. I think that's something that needs to change. Because if I'm high level and you're high level, shouldn't we at least be good enough with each other to train weekly to get better?
Sounds like the Grappling Institute could be the catalyst.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, y'all are collecting everybody and just putting together the best team.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what it looks like it's happening.
Exactly. And another thing too, like Laurent and I don't care. Like, you can stay at your gym, pay at your gym. We don't want to steal anybody's students. It's not our goal. And cross train with us whenever you want to. Our students are welcome to cross-train at any other gym they want to, or leave our gym if they want to. I think there's a lot of this like ownership that people feel like, Gordy's my student, I own him, I'm a black belt, he's mine. Right. And then there's kind of this master-slave relationship a lot of times in jiu-jitsu where it's like, oh man, my professor's a god. Like I remember when I first got my black belt, one of my buddies, I didn't know him super well, but he was in a gym that I trained at for a long time. He refused to call me anything other than professor. And I was like, I was Steffen yesterday. Now that I got my black belt, I got my black belt on Saturday, now it's Monday, and now I'm professor, man, I'm just Steffen, man. Obviously there's that respect if I'm on the mats coaching a coach, whatever. Yeah. But we just want it to be an open environment where everybody feels comfortable. If you want to leave our gym, goodbye, you're welcome to. We're not going to have these locked in contracts where it's hard to get out. If you want to cross train any other spot, you're welcome to. If people want to train with us, you're welcome to. If you want to train with us the majority of the time, be signed up at another gym and compete under that other gym, cool. We really don't care. And that's something that I know you don't see at any other gym. Not even in the area, at any other gym I've ever visited. That's a whole new kind of take on things, which is we kind of want to be a catalyst for that. I mean, you're paying for a service. I don't own you, you don't own me. Right? If it's like if you're one of my instructors and I gave you the black belt and you haven't been paying there, and okay, I understand that there's a certain level of loyalty and a certain level of expectation between us. But if you're just my student for 2 years, I give you a blue belt, or even 10 years, I give you a black belt, you pay every month, I teach you every month. That's a transactional relationship. We can have a friendship outside of that. Yeah. But you're welcome to do whatever you want. I don't own anybody, and there's no expectations that come from that.
Yeah. Right. I think, looking at the gyms and everything, jiu-jitsu, the cross-training thing was, I know for majority of gyms, they didn't like cross-training. It just wasn't something you did, but I see that nowadays it seems to be more and more people are cross-training, but simply because they want to find the best fighters.
Exactly.
Find the best.
Exactly. And a lot of people, like I've met grown men that are like, hey, I would love to cross-train with you guys, but I can't be in the group picture because my coach could see it. And I'm like, but you're 27 or 28 years old, man. What do you mean another grown man can't see you in a picture? I don't really understand that. Yeah. Now, I understand on the flip side, if you're training at a gym that's notoriously dirty, right? And I don't need to mention names, but there's some in the area that are just nasty. And you're bringing in that funk and you're bringing in that bacteria and you're putting it on our mats and we start getting, ringworm and staph and these other things, that's going to be an issue, right? But as long as you come in clean with a good attitude, you don't injure anybody, anybody's welcome. And I think that's a switch up from a lot of other gyms of what they're comfortable with. Obviously, if we have our competition team and things like that, people will be expected to show up to certain practices. We will be off the competition team. That's fair because it's a competition team, right? We're potentially traveling to help you, coaching you, spending our time and our resources and our energy helping you. So we have a certain expectation on that. But just for classes and coming to train, welcome in, But then again, on the flip side of that, you're going to be judged on your reputation. If you're somebody in the community, you'll be looked at for how kind you are, how nice you are, how, respectful you are of everybody on the mat. Because there's some people in the area that I don't want training with me, if I'm being honest, and that's fine. I'm going to tell them, hey man, I'm not comfortable with you being here. You're not allowed. And that's something fair that I can do as a business owner, right? But for everybody else, you're welcome. We want everybody there.
Yeah. That's great, man. I really do look forward to seeing, because I know y'all are going to be successful. Like I said, when I walked into that place, I guess a week or two ago, just looking around, it's like something, I've never seen a gym like this, so it's an environment that's going to be top of the line. Yeah. It's going to be competition, competitors that are top of the line. Mm-hmm. So I really do think that y'all are just bringing everything together, and we'll be the top facility in Dallas.
Thanks, Gordy. Yeah, soon. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yep. One of the last things I wanted to say, we're actually looking at, like I said, 30-foot ceilings. I believe it was like an old racquetball. Some of the walls were like old racquetball courts and things like that. So the walls are pristine and white. And we're actually, one of my good buddies, Sandeep, he has his master's in architecture and art. And so he's going to be coming in and kind of doing like almost like a gallery space in there with a lot of art. And what he does, which is very interesting, he comes in with drones and he'll come in with pictures. And we already started doing this. And he'll take a lot of these still photo shots and these videos, and he'll map out the movement of jiu-jitsu, translate that into an art piece, and then also he's a trained classical pianist who'll create music out of these shapes, which is just incredible. And so then it's really cool. And so,
wow.
Yeah, so we're going to be having kind of like it's just going to be a really nice space, right? Yeah. Something really special, and then the art's going to be special. And we just want to curate something that's really cool. So shout out to Sandeep for helping out. I've trained with him the last couple of years, and he's tough, man. I respect toughness, and I didn't even know he was a G like that outside of it. He showed up a few days ago. I was like, man, I didn't know you did all this. He's like, yeah. And so I love the humility. I love the toughness. So it'll be pretty cool.
Get that website up. Get that address on there so people can come by and check it out. Get that phone number going. Right. I think you're going to have a lot of people that want to come by.
So if you guys want to check us out, we're on Instagram, just under The Grappling Institute, just all together. If you search that, you can find us. You can also hit me up on my direct page, which is just my full name, Steffen Banta. I'm sure we'll tag that in the comments or on the bio for this video. But yeah, just come and check us out. Shoot me a DM, shoot Laurent a DM. Our bios are attached inside. Our our accounts are attached inside the bio for our Instagram page, which is, again, The Grappling Institute. So, come and check it out, give us a follow, and kind of follow our journey and stop by.
Awesome.
Well, great, Steffen, man. We couldn't be happier for you.
Thanks,
Can't wait to come check it out.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's going to be awesome.
I'm just ecstatic for you guys. I know you're going to crush it.
Thank you. Again, also another thing, shout out to Randy. He's going to be coming by, and hopefully we can make that a regular thing, and be teaching a lot of self-defense classes and a lot of corporate stuff there as well. So it'll kind of be a center hub for high-level people, right? We're going to have high-level jiu-jitsu guys, high-level business people there, high-level just people, high-level, from the tactical side and the warrior mindset over here, just high-level everybody, right? Entrepreneurs, like, it's just going to be kind of our end goal is to create a place where you go, you learn something badass, you spend a lot of time around really unique and interesting people, create beautiful friendships, and learn an amazing skill and develop a passion for jiu-jitsu in a safe environment where you don't get injured and where you feel comfortable, where you trust everybody in the environment.
Yeah.
It's
going to be amazing.
Thanks, Marty.
I do look forward to it. So that's about all I have. Any questions?
Well, no, that's it. That's it, yeah.
No, man. I think everyone's just excited.
Yep. Couple more days. Well, I appreciate y'all watching the Patriot Point show today. Again, it's the Grappling Institute. It will be open soon. If any questions, concerns, thanks for watching. See you next time.